Hey, what's up, everybody? Jesse Foster, aka Entranced, and yet another weekly update back on the wagon. So, yeah, I'm gonna just jump right into it and show you guys kind of like how I did and reading my goals this week and kind of my plans for next week. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, I'm using this spreadsheet that you guys may have seen before, and I use this for planning. I've mapped out the time that I have available for poker this week. Came out to about 61 hours. And then this chart right here on the right breaks down my hours that I have available, broken down by the day. It should be labeled, but something more I need to fix. So, yeah, and then over here is the list of things that I wanted to get in this week that, just specific tasks. So the ones that I chose to work on this week were doing some hand history review because I was going to be planning on playing a lot, reviewing the 100K Fresh Fire series by my coach, Never Bluffing 30. Also setting up a VPN since I'm probably going to be VPNing. And also making a video for a drill software that I'm going to be recommending to you guys because I think it is a pretty powerful one. So you guys will probably see that come out later this week. So a lot of stuff to do. In addition to this, it's not written on here, but a little bit of software design, and also trying to get in 30 hours of play. So here's right here, this chart at the bottom breaks down the desired hours that I want in each area. I wanted to play 30 hours, coach 10 hours, study for about 8 hours, make videos for about an hour, a couple miscellaneous things, and time spent on planning. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but that's okay. Let's take a look at how it ended up. Right here, you can see the hours broken down by the area in this first chart on the top left. And we can also see here that what I had planned and what I actually did. So for coaching, I had planned about 8 hours, although it said 10 on the last one. But I ended up doing that, so that's pretty good. Playing, I had 30 hours scheduled, but I only played 15. This seems to be a common theme. A couple of things came up that took more time than I expected. And also, yeah, mainly software design stuff. It just takes a lot of time. So, and then also time just spent processing emails. I think that's like one of the most time-consuming things as well that goes along with coaching and having other side projects besides playing, is that you need to really stay in contact with people, and just staying in contact with all my various business contacts just takes a good amount of time. So that's where a lot of my time went, and you can see, most amount of time was spent playing, which is good for me. Coaching about 8 hours, software design took about 8 hours, processing emails took about 5 hours, and then the other things were like a couple just miscellaneous stuff here and there. And then you can also see the stuff broken down by the actual tasks that I was doing. So, different students that I spent time on, the time I spent focusing on, watching videos or developing spreadsheets and stuff like that. So, overall, I'd say a pretty productive week, though not in the sense that I wanted it to be. I really wanted to get in this week and start really putting in a ton of volume, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Things come up. Kind of winding down my coaching program has resulted in, it's just going to take about a month for me to, finish up all my sessions with my students. And I am committed to giving them still a top quality product. I'm not going to be half-assing it while I'm closing the program down. I'm still going to be giving them quite a bit of focus and professionalism. But it'll probably take about a month for me to, slowly dwindle that down. Then I'll be spending less time on coaching, less time on answering emails, also less time on software design because we're hoping that this week or next week we'll be pretty much done with my part of it, which is mainly the conceptual rule, and then we can move into actually programming it, which will be done by people who are far more qualified than I. Um, so yeah, I guess just go ahead and taking a look at planning for the next week or for the coming week. Got about 42 hours available. This chart isn't working right now, so not as much time available as last week by far. Um, I'm going to be taking a trip. I'll show you guys my calendar right here. Where you at? Yeah. I'm going to be taking a trip down up to, well, actually, I guess it's south of me, so it's down to Bishop this week, or this weekend, which is a major climbing area. It takes a lot of time to do stuff like this, but I'm going to be watching a video series as I drive, more listening to it, reviewing some video series. So that's going to be 2 days. And then, working on software design and working on playing a lot and coaching and training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Taekwondo, and I've got a film festival I'm going to this week, and yeah, so needless to say, I'm a little bit busy. And then also, my parents have decided that this is a good time for us to start working on the house a lot, which is not really a great time for me, but it's just kind of like, well, when they start just dumping like yesterday my dad just had like a giant dump truck load of redwood bark just like on my driveway, like didn't tell me, and now I have to deal with that stuff in the next week. So, but that's just the way it goes. So, yeah. So for this week, the things I'm going to focus on are while I'm driving is kind of listening to the Fish Finder series or the Fish Fryer series by Never Bluffing 30. Also working on reviewing a series called Playing from the Blinds, or at least the first 5 episodes. Also finishing up setting up my VPN and account, and then also trying to get most of my part of the software design done, and finishing up my video on ace poker drills. You guys will probably see that later this week. And then coaching as well. Probably will put in about 10 hours of coaching. Make sure I left a decent amount of time available for that. And also trying to play 10 hours. It's not very much, but yeah. And I'll go into more on that in a second. So, yeah, going back to the webcam. So one of the other things I have coming up this week, or starting this week, is I have a Heads Up for Rules challenge coming up. It'll be about 10,000 hands, and it's going to be played versus a guy. I only know him as You Got Served in a Skype group that, basically I challenged him. He was talking a lot of crap, he was talking a lot of shit, I should say. And then I said, hey, I want to play 5,000 hands, and he snap accepted. And at first I was like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? Is this like Jungle Man's Skype account? But then he said he wanted to play 200L or 100L, so I was like, okay, well, I'm probably okay then. So we're going to be playing, it's gotten bumped up to 10,000 hands. We're going to be playing 200 no limit, 4 tables, and we're going to be putting in a 2K side bet that will be escrowed. So the thread will probably be up later this week. I'm going to contact him via Skype today, talk about getting set up, getting the escrow set up, and it'll probably take, Heads Up for Rules tend to take a lot of time because you're coordinating 2 people's schedules, and especially with the way my schedule is, it's just kind of ridiculous. So, but hopefully it'll only take us maybe 2 to 3 weeks to finish this. And I will, of course, be recording most of the sessions. I may or may not do like some analysis on it and record it. I guess that would just depend on like the level of interest in it. I could make a video series out of it, and sell it for like $100 or $200 with some really in-depth analysis, maybe a 5 or 6 part video series. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the week. A super busy week. I'm just gonna have to really stay focused on staying motivated, not losing sight of my goals, sticking to my schedule, not letting my anxiety take over and trying to avoid things that are causing me stress. Just take things head on and relax and just, I don't know, crush. So, yeah, that's the week. I hope you guys are doing well. Please go ahead and hit me up with comments or questions. The training group thing is still happening. It'll probably be about 2 weeks before it starts happening. I've done a little bit of a change to it. I think what I'm going to do is, although most of the students in it will be people that I'm either coaching currently or I have a share in through backing. I will be accepting people who aren't, but it'll probably be on like a paid subscription basis because what I'm planning on doing is doing a 1 day a week lesson on a particular concept. Likely what it will be is, whatever people vote on or whatever I think they need to work on the most. So maybe we'll have one lesson on, and each lesson will probably be, or a group lesson will probably be about 2 hours. And, probably an hour of me presenting a concept and then us discussing it over Skype, asking questions, and yeah, so that will all be recorded, of course, and I will post or I will send the links of it to the people in the training group so they can review it as well. In addition, I'll also have basically like office hours where I'll have it scheduled on my site the times that I'm available that people can, send me questions or do like a quick, a quick Skype call, maybe 20 minutes or something on just how they're doing and, some mentoring type stuff. Also, those in the group will get paired with other students in the group probably once every 2 weeks, and I'm going to have someone else running that part of it because it's just a very time consumptive task. I don't know if that's a word, but it takes a lot of time. So I'm going to have someone else running that part of it, and I knew there was another part. Trying to remember it. Oh yeah, and I'm also thinking of, since I'm going to be playing a lot more, I'm also going to have some time scheduled where I'm playing where sweats will be available, where I'll probably have people in the group who can sweat me, and there will be hours available for sweating, and people can kind of show up if they want to, and then also have like a 1 hour, half-hour discussion period afterward. And those will all be benefits of being in the group. So I'm not sure on the pricing for people who aren't involved or who I'm not currently coaching or who I don't have a share in. Probably somewhere around $100 to $200 a month, which I think is reasonably priced, considering the kind of stuff that you're going to get. And I'll also make sure that all the lessons that I do record are posted online and available to those who, maybe people who join the group later will be able to access them. So I think that's mainly it. I've ranted for a long time. I've said a lot of ums, so I think that means this video is complete. So, alright guys, take it easy. Bye.